this is the summary of The Help, and that is what I read for my AR points. So it starts out with Skeeter coming home from college to her family's cotton plantation, where she had a maid named Constantine that she's all like confused when she gets home and she's not there, and nobody will really tell her where Constantine went. And so kind of most of the story she's wondering about that, but then later we find out that Constantine's daughter Lulabelle came to visit her during one of her employer's parties, so that kind of got interrupted, and so she got fired and she had to move to Chicago. Constantine had to move to Chicago with Lulabelle. But then we also learn about Abilene, who is another maid, and I think Skeeter and Abilene are kind of like the protagonists of the story, but then Skeeter's best friend Hilly is kind of the antagonist, because we later find out that, well, not later, but kind of most of the time we know that Hilly isn't too kind to her maids, and so Skeeter, she has the dream of coming home and being a really, like, good writer, even though her family wants her to, like, settle down, get a husband, and have some kids, and be the basic, like, white lady of Jackson, Mississippi, just like the rich ladies who have maids. But Skeeter doesn't really see that for herself, and so she wants to be a writer, and she has the idea of doing a narrative and questioning and asking 12 black maids about like everything part of their life, and kind of just questioning them and asking them what it's all about, I guess. And then along the way, we talked about how Skeeter learned what happened to her maid Constantine, and then later on towards the end of the book, because I think like the middle and the end of the book is like the best part, because Skeeter's book gets recognition from people in New York and they want to publish it, and it becomes a national bestseller. And the part I think I found the most interesting was when all the ladies in Jackson, Mississippi noticed like their selves when they started reading the book, and they realized like, hey, that's me, as they were reading it, because she was talking about them but not using like the same names, and they were like, oh my gosh, that's me, even though like how she was talking about them. So it later becomes like a bestseller, and then the ladies in Jackson, Mississippi are kind of like getting recognition too, so like it's definitely like a black power moment. And I have written down right here, like the book becomes a powerful force in giving the voice back to the black maids, and it kind of like removes the line between black and white people, because they're so separated, and the black people are the maids and the white people are so mean to them and tell them what to do and make them do everything that they don't want to do. And so it really gives a voice back to them, and I really like that. I think that's why I like this so much, because Skeeter really helped them, even though she's kind of like one of those people. Like, she's from a rich white family, but she's helping, and she makes her career while helping them, which I really like too. I'd give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, and I definitely tell someone else to read it. I say it's really good.